just so excited about the piece that I'm about to share with you because I'm looking at our world and I'm looking at from everything from media to television to social media, all of the media outlets, and you're familiar with every one of them. And there's this escalation and almost sensationalism of how we resolve conflicts through murder, through guns, through violence, through all the things that we do. So what I want to do today is talk about 6 ways to resolving conflict. Resolving conflict in a much more easier way so that it doesn't lead to murder, hurt, violence, and all of the other things. And the things that we kind of almost feed on in our culture, but it's leading to a lot of harm, leading to a lot of hurt, leading to, you name it, it's just happening. So let's talk about the 6 ways to resolve conflicts. And these are not conclusive ways. There are many, many different ways to resolve conflict, but I want to give you 6 basic ways to resolving conflict. Number 1, this is very critical because I think this is the most important one. Think first. Because what's happening is that everything's on automatic. Even when we order our food, even when we're looking at TV, the remote, everything's automatic, quick. So it doesn't require a lot of thinking. And we're seeing that projected in how we resolve our relationship conflicts without thinking. So number 1, I want you to think. I think it's very critical that we use our brain whenever we feel something is happening. We can feel our emotions rising. We can think, is this the right time? Should I say it the way that I'm feeling it? Is this the right place? Maybe I need to invite someone else into the room or the space to make sure that I don't take it to a place that it doesn't need to be. So number 1, think. Critical to resolving conflicts. Number 2, very critical, do not attempt to handle something at the highest level of anger. No one wins. Let me say it again. Don't attempt to handle something at the highest level of anger. Now let me tell you, all of us have been angry at some point or another about something that we disagreed with or we didn't like, and someone had to say, calm down. When someone says that, do it. They're not saying that because they're compromising. They're saying that because they don't want it to go to a place that it doesn't need to go to. So number 2, don't attempt to handle anything at the highest level of anger. You're mad, you're angry, you want to pick up something, no. Wait until everyone calms down. And if there's someone in that space saying, hey y'all, calm down. We all at times need somebody to tell us, calm it down, bring it down. You know what the language is. Bring that down, man. Take that off 59, take that off 69. Whatever it is, listen. So number 2, don't attempt to handle anything at the highest level of anger. Number 3, I need you to hear this. It is okay when someone thinks different from you. Let me say it again. It is okay to have a difference of opinion. It is okay when we think differently from another. One of the things that I'm seeing at the highest level of our government, our media, on personal levels, on local level, family level, it's almost like we start disliking each other because we see things differently. That is the uniqueness and the beauty of the human race, is that we're so different. We're different in color, complexion, we're different in brilliance, we're different in how we dress, we're different in everything. That's the beauty of being a human being. That's the beauty of our country. That's the beauty of our ethnicity. That's the beautiful thing about other people who are of different ethnicities, is that we are different. Therefore, we will see things differently. So number 3 here, let's respect difference. Even when we don't agree, it's okay that we do not see eye to eye on that matter. We don't have to become enemies. We don't have to be angry with each other. I think it's the differences that we all have that makes the human race beautiful. So I need you to go to the level of respecting differences. Number 4, which is a very, very powerful principle here. Hear me now. Hear me. Abandon the need to be right all the time. Abandon the need to be right all the time. This is what I'm finding out in our culture. Right is overrated. Let me repeat that. right is overrated. What I mean by right is overrated. The need to be right all the time is overrated. Sometimes we rate being right all the time above relationships. I want to say to you that none of us are right all the time, and I don't have to be. Because I think that's where the arguments and the conflict and the stress comes from, is I just got to be right. My opinion is right. The way I see it is right. I need you and we need to grow. This is a maturity. This is a learning curve. This is a maturity moment for all of us. Abandon the need to be right. I think sometimes relationships need to be so much more important than being right that sometimes I abandon my rightness to say you're more important. I think we need to increase. Here it is. All our social media entities have the terms friends. We're friends. Well, let's start acting more like friends then. Let's start acting like it's okay for us to be friends and I don't have to be right. I think that's the critical thing about resolving conflict. Abandoning the need to be right all the time, and don't rate right more than you rate the relationship being high on the scale of our relationship, that we love each other and that we relate better. We relate better when we're different and when we have difference of opinion. I think that's what makes the relationship more unique. Number 5, this is critical now. There is no relationship without reconciliation and forgiveness. If in fact I want to have a relationship, this is how you resolve conflict. The ability to forgive. That's where reconciliation comes in. Reconciliation is about, I was wrong, you may have been right, and admitting that we both could have handled it a little differently. There is no relationship without forgiveness and reconciliation. We can't have a relationship unless we agree that we're not always going to see things the same way. And sometimes our responses to that and our reactions to that can be wrong. So the ability to forgive, the ability to say, let me put that behind, because the relationship is more important than my position of right or wrong. Lastly, this is very critical to this whole piece of relationships and conflict resolution. There is no relationship and there is no conflict resolution and there is no reconciliation without humility. Pride and ego can kill relationships quickly. There is no resolving if my ego is bigger than the issue itself. There is no resolving and there is no reconciliation, there's no forgiveness, and there's no resolving conflict, and there's no relationship if my ego and my pride is so big that it doesn't, I throw you away because my ego is big. I gotta be right. I got to have, it's gotta go my way. And oh my God, do I see so much of ego. Ego in the press, ego in the church, ego amongst leaders, ego amongst political leaders, spiritual leaders, ego, ego, ego. Something didn't come through me, ego. So I throw away the relationship. You didn't run that by me, ego. You didn't see what I saw, and you should have handled it. You should have talked to me. Ego, ego, ego. Ego is killing so many of our wonderful relationships. Let's resolve conflict at another level so that we can enjoy life together, so we can enjoy the harvest together. I hope that somehow something has been said in this piece that will bless your life, enlighten your life, challenge you to go to the next level. Let's mature, let's grow up, let's go to the next level in resolving conflict. Abandon your ego so you can have fun with the new person that God's going to bring into your life. God bless you.
This has been another VLP Think Big moment. Join us again to be challenged, transformed, and motivated.